we're getting to the best part of our program coming up shortly. But before we're going to hear from our keynote speaker, that's Dr. Yves Salomon-Fernandez. In June 2016, she became the 7th and first female president of Cumberland County College. So, come on. So, prior to her appointment, Salomon-Fernandez served as interim president at Massachusetts Bay Community College, where she previously served as dean and vice president, overseeing strategic planning, grant development, assessment, and external partnership. She earned her PhD in educational research, measurement, and evaluation from Boston College, a master's degree in economic history from the London School of Economics, and Dr. Fernandez is fluent in 4 languages, including Spanish, French, Haitian, Creole. She's proud to be the spouse of Dr. Stephen Fernandez and mother of 2 school-age children. So I don't know which language she's going to use tonight in our keynote speaker. So Dr. Fernandez, come on up.
Oh my goodness, what an event. Let's give those youth another nice round of applause. I have to say, Harry and I share a bond together in that we're both Haitian, and that brother over there is really Haitian. 100%. If you couldn't tell from his accent, he's phenomenal. I just want to say also, Juliana, félicitations, tu as bien fait, tu as très bien fait, et merci pour tout. I'm sorry, I should have translated that. Juliana, I thought you did a great job, phenomenal job, and you're just an impressive young woman, and thank you for your heart and everything that you're doing for Haiti. It's just amazing. I'm really moved. I also want to applaud all of our Cumberland County College students. This was a real surprise for those of us sitting on table 15 in the back. You know, this year we've invested a lot in marketing and in talking about education to our community and really sharing the value of Cumberland County College. You guys have known this. The college has been around for 50 years. All of my predecessors have given a lot of heart, a lot of hard work to really transforming lives here. And I think in those students today, you really see the crown jewels of this community. I hope that you felt the pride that I felt today watching them. And no, we did not pay them, but we would like to use them for our commercials next round. So, gosh, there's so much to say about this evening. I'm not even sure that a speech was the appropriate thing to give tonight. I could probably just go on just simple remarks, but I want to say once again, buenas tardes, es un placer para mí estar aquí con ustedes. Thank you so much. It's just such a wonderful opportunity for me to be here today. I especially enjoyed the Cielito Lindo. It's been a really long time since I heard that, and I felt so young again. I felt like I was right back in Mexico, where I spent some time living. I have to say that when Dr. and Mrs. Parizon asked me to serve as speaker this evening, I didn't hesitate to take the role. And that is because over the last 16 months that I've been here, I've had, ouch, I knew I would hurt my knee at some point this evening, so it's happened. Hopefully it's only once. We were talking about that in the back. I just want to say, having gotten to know Harry and Nelva for the last 16 months, I've just been impressed with their heart, with their generosity, with their deep sense of community and the work that they are doing. I'm really in awe, and I want to say thank you, many thanks to both of you. It's not just the Hispanic community that they do work in the entire community, really bringing the community together. And in a time, we're going through some difficult times right now as a country, I think. And so to have unifiers, to have people to say we are all Americans and we are one community, it's very nice to have that. And thank you so much. You are such role models for me and my husband. Thank you for your friendship. I especially want to thank them as I think about when they founded Perfil Latino in 1997, they had a vision to establish an organization that could be a trusted and powerful advocate for the Hispanic and multicultural community. And as a leading multicultural advocacy, health, and education media organization in the South Jersey region, Perfil Latino is at the forefront of identifying needs, sharing knowledge, and building awareness to challenge social inequities and empower communities. These are their mission, these are their words, and I believe that they live up to those words every day. So tonight, as we celebrate the 5th anniversary, this is also a celebration, as I said before, of Harry and Nelva's hard work and their efforts to bring everyone together. So I'm delighted to acknowledge you as you have been acknowledging community members for the last 5 years. I would also like to acknowledge each of our honorees tonight. You've worked very, very hard to earn your recognition from your community right here in Cumberland County. And I also want to give a special shout out to our own Cumberland County College's own Keith Gorman, who brought our baseball team to many victories last spring. And I've looked very much this season to another spectacular performance by our baseball team. Congratulations to all. Adelante in Spanish means ahead. And in Puerto Rican culture, we have a saying that goes por adelante or pa'lante, as we say in Spanish slang. It means forging ahead, charting ahead, moving ahead. This spirit of moving ahead is perhaps more important today than at any other time. This evening, we celebrate and renew our commitment to moving forward, not just the Hispanic community, but all communities. So let's celebrate and renew our commitment to accepting each other for who we are, the individuals that we see in one another. Let us emphasize the humanity that binds us rather than the small differences in culture, color, gender, race, creed, ethnicity, sexual orientation, etc. Over the last few months, we have experienced natural and human-made disasters that have challenged our core, our beliefs in each other, our commitment to stewarding our planet so that it can continue to be here for many more centuries. We have faced these disasters together as a human race. They have challenged our ability to embrace, love, and care for one another. But over the last few months, we've also challenged our humanity, and we've seen how we can come together to rally the best in each other to respond to these disasters. There is still a lot of good in the world, and we see that tonight. As half of the net proceeds from this evening will go to scholarships for Cumberland County College, you've heard that over and over tonight, I see it fitting to talk about education and our responsibility to cultivate the current and next generation of leaders and citizens. Today, more than ever, it is imperative that we cultivate college graduates who are not only competent in their technical fields, but who are equally competent at working together, communicating, and problem solving to address and even resolve some of the most challenging problems that they are inheriting from my generation and from even earlier generations. Part of this work is to ensure that we equip them with the skills to live and work harmoniously in an increasingly diverse United States of America, in an increasingly globalized society where technology bridges distance in ways that prior generations did not experience. When my family and I moved to Cumberland County, I am originally from Haiti, we couldn't believe how integrated this area is. Who would have thought that in rural New Jersey, our children would be learning in classrooms that were more diverse than those in suburban New England, where they spent their early years in full Spanish immersion classes. They didn't start learning in English-speaking classrooms until they moved right here to Cumberland County. Yet they have much more diversity here. Hispanics are now the largest minority group in New Jersey, making up 18% of the state's population, totaling 1.5 million people, according to the most recent census data. Here in Cumberland County, 27% of the population is Hispanic, with Puerto Rico accounting for nearly 15% of the total Hispanic population. Nearly half of the population of Bridgeton is Hispanic, and there they are mostly of Mexican descent. In New Jersey, nearly 60% of the Hispanics were born in this country. 80% of the Hispanic population in this state speaks a language other than English at home. The median age of all Hispanics in the state is 31 years old, so it's a fairly young and working age population. I look forward to them paying my Social Security. In New Jersey, the median annual personal earnings of Hispanics is $25,000, compared to $41,000 for non-Hispanic whites and $30,000 for non-Hispanic blacks. With such a low median salary, it's not surprising that 30% of Hispanic children under the age of 18 live in poverty. Homeownership rates for Hispanics stand at 35%. A quarter of the Hispanic population in New Jersey is uninsured. And if you disaggregate those statistics by those born and not born here, you see that 42% of those who have no insurance were born here, compared to 11% of US-born Hispanics. So the work that Adelante, Perfil Latino, with Complete Care and Inspira are doing is important. It is important and vital work. Healthy families build healthy communities and have higher productivity rates, which help make our businesses even more successful. So let's turn to education. The Latino college completion rate is 30%, compared to nearly 50% for whites. We know that the top enrolling institutions for Latinos are community colleges. So they are making a financially savvy decision with respect to college debt and future savings that will affect the rate at which they build wealth post-college. The issue of building wealth is an important one, especially here in our community. We know where Cumberland County ranks on all of those rankings for the entire state. Building wealth is more than making a salary. It is more than being able to live paycheck to paycheck, week by week. It is building the capacity to accumulate wealth in such a way that you can pass it on to multiple generations. Now, there are multiple ways to build wealth, but in New Jersey's knowledge-driven economy, there is no way of building wealth that does not include a post-secondary credential. In fact, I would argue that to be solidly middle class, one needs to have a master's degree in this economy. The bachelor's degree is considered a minimum qualification today. To be able to move up the career ladder or build a successful enterprise in the 21st century, advanced education is required. So whether you have that degree yourself or you hire folks who do, post-secondary education and a college degree is a prerequisite for success. We also know that the income differential for those with a master's degree versus those with a bachelor's degree is significant across a lifetime of earnings. Now, I won't even mention a high school diploma because that's really become meaningless in terms of earning power and labor market currency for those who merely hold a high school diploma. We know that the Hispanic community is entrepreneurial. One only has to drive through Bridgeton to see all of the businesses. In 2012 alone, the year for which the most recent data were available, the contribution of Latino-owned businesses to the U.S. economy was $1.4 trillion. That's significant. I highlight this to show the power that one segment of our American community has. The future of our country, of our United States of America, rests on our ability to acknowledge our differences in culture, heritage, native languages, but most importantly, to see our country as a beautiful tapestry where different colors, textures, and fabric come together to form one unified country, one extraordinary masterpiece, or chef-d'oeuvre, as we say in French. We are the United States of America, we are still the best country in the world, and may we lead as one. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Yves Salomon-Fernandez, President of Cumberland County College. I want to give a shout out to a few of our sponsors.